In the dead of night, they moved like ghosts, silent, deadly, and unseen. Their mission, to eliminate the enemy within. But when a young Spartan in the Krypteia uncovered a conspiracy that threatened to destroy Sparta, he faced a choice: loyalty to his city or the truth. This is the story of the secret warriors who protected Sparta at all costs. In this video, we're gonna see about who were the Krypteia. The Krypteia was a select group of young Spartan men, often in their late teens or early 20s, who were chosen for their physical prowess, intelligence, and loyalty to the state. They operated in secrecy, carrying out missions that were critical to the survival of Spartan society. What are the key characteristics of a Krypteia? Membership was exclusive and likely chosen by the Spartan leadership or the ephors, Spartan magistrates. They were trained in stealth, guerrilla tactics, and assassination. Their primary mission was to monitor and suppress the Helots, who vastly outnumbered the Spartan citizens and posed a constant threat of rebellion. Who are ephors? The ephors were 5 high-ranking magistrates in ancient Sparta, elected annually by the Spartan Citizen Assembly, Apella. They served as key political and administrative officials, overseeing the state, enforcing laws, and acting as a check on the power of the 2 Spartan kings. The ephors had broad authority, including managing foreign policy, supervising education, presiding over the assembly, and even prosecuting kings or other officials for misconduct. They were central to Sparta's unique system of collective leadership, ensuring balance and stability in governance. Their role was crucial in maintaining the discipline and order of the Spartan state. Who are Helots? Helots were a subjugated population in ancient Sparta, essentially state-owned serfs who worked the land to provide food and resources for the Spartan citizens, Spartiates. They were primarily descendants of the native inhabitants of Laconia and Messenia, regions conquered by the Spartans. The Helots were bound to the land and forced to labor for their Spartan masters, allowing the Spartiates to focus entirely on military training and warfare. The Helots vastly outnumbered the Spartans, which created a constant fear of rebellion. To maintain control, the Spartans subjected the Helots to harsh treatment and institutionalized violence, including the annual declaration of war against them, which legally permitted their killing. Despite their oppressed status, Helots played a crucial role in sustaining the Spartan economy and military dominance. Their exploitation was a key factor in Sparta's ability to maintain its powerful military state. Rules of the Krypteia. The Krypteia operated under a strict set of rules and expectations, which were designed to ensure their effectiveness and loyalty. Key rules. Secrecy. Members of the Krypteia were required to operate in complete secrecy. Their missions were never publicly acknowledged. Loyalty to Sparta. The Krypteia's sole allegiance was to the Spartan state. They were expected to carry out their duties without question or hesitation. Brutal efficiency. The Krypteia were authorized to use any means necessary to eliminate threats, including assassination and psychological warfare. Discipline. Members were expected to endure extreme conditions, including long periods of isolation and harsh environments, to complete their missions. Targeting Helots. The Krypteia focused on identifying and eliminating Helot leaders or anyone suspected of planning rebellion. How did the Krypteia protect the city? The Krypteia played a vital role in maintaining Spartan control and stability. Their methods were often brutal but effective. Key functions: suppressing Helot rebellions. By targeting potential leaders and instigators among the Helots, the Krypteia prevented organized uprisings. Psychological warfare. The mere existence of the Krypteia instilled fear in the Helot population, discouraging dissent. Intelligence gathering. The Krypteia gathered information about Helot activities and reported back to Spartan leaders. Eliminating threats. They carried out assassinations and covert operations to neutralize threats before they could escalate. Who are the Spartans? The Spartans were a warrior society in ancient Greece, renowned for their military prowess, discipline, and austere lifestyle. Originating in the city-state of Sparta in the region of Laconia, southern Peloponnese, they rose to prominence during the Archaic and Classical periods, 8th–4th centuries BCE. Spartans were trained from childhood in the agoge, a rigorous education system focused on combat, endurance, and loyalty to the state. Their society was built on the subjugation of the helots, a servile class, which allowed Spartan citizens, Spartiates, to dedicate their lives to military service. Sparta's most famous moment came during the Persian Wars, particularly the Battle of Thermopylae, 480 BCE, where King Leonidas and 300 Spartans held off a massive Persian army. Despite its military strength, Sparta's rigid society and resistance to change led to its decline after defeats by Thebes at the Battle of Leuctra, 371 BCE, and later by Macedon. Surrounding places in Spartan city, Mount Taygetus, a towering mountain range to the west, where Spartans allegedly abandoned weak infants and trained in harsh conditions. Eurotas River flowed through Sparta, providing water and fertile land for agriculture. Mestras, a medieval fortress town near Sparta, built later during the Byzantine era. Amyclae, an ancient site south of Sparta, home to the sanctuary of Apollo Amyclaeus. Gytheo, a nearby port town used by Sparta for trade and naval activities. What is the difference between warrior Spartans and the Krypteia? While both the warrior Spartans and the Krypteia served the Spartan state, their roles, methods, and training differed significantly. Warrior Spartans' role: frontline soldiers in open combat, defending Sparta in battles and wars. Warrior Spartans' training: trained in the agoge, emphasizing discipline, teamwork, and battlefield tactics. Warrior Spartans' visibility: public figures, celebrated for their bravery and military prowess. Warrior Spartans' targets: external enemies, example, Persians, Athenians. Warrior Spartans' methods: open warfare, phalanx formations, and direct combat. How Krypteia warriors differ. Krypteia role: covert operatives focused on internal security and suppressing helot threats. Krypteia training: trained in stealth, assassination, and guerrilla warfare. Krypteia visibility: operated in secrecy. Their existence was not publicly acknowledged. Krypteia targets: internal threats, example, primarily helots. Krypteia methods: covert operations, espionage, and targeted killings. Common factors between warrior Spartans and the Krypteia. Discipline: both groups were rigorously trained to endure hardship and follow orders without question. Loyalty to Sparta: their ultimate goal was to protect and preserve the Spartan state. Physical and mental toughness: both underwent extreme training to develop strength, endurance, and resilience. Sacrifice for the collective good: whether on the battlefield or in the shadows, both groups prioritized the survival of Sparta over individual interests. Fearlessness: both warrior Spartans and the Krypteia were expected to face danger and death without hesitation. Conclusion: the dual pillars of Spartan strength. The warrior Spartans and the Krypteia represented two sides of the same coin. One fought openly on the battlefield, while the other operated in the shadows to eliminate internal threats. Together, they ensured the survival and dominance of Sparta for centuries. While their methods differed, their shared values of discipline, loyalty, and sacrifice made them indispensable to the Spartan way of life. Modern parallels: the warrior Spartans can be compared to modern soldiers, while the Krypteia resemble special forces or intelligence agencies. Both roles highlight the importance of balancing external defense with internal security. The story of the Krypteia is a reminder that strength is not always visible. Sometimes it lies in the shadows, protecting what matters most. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and comment your thoughts and subscribe for more content.